It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I hope you say yeah. I really do. I hope you say yes. You should have said yes. Better have said yeah. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. but as always, I am here wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope your week has been great. Hope you are enjoying all of life's awesome goodness. Yeah, because that's always my wish for you. So, yay. So, something interesting happened Wednesday. The Fizzle takes ice skating lessons on Wednesday. And as I was getting her to her lesson, we were parking, and I decided to angle park. I just like the luxury of getting in the car, pulling off versus having to back out, and it gets a little crowded afterwards. So I was like, let me angle park into this space. So there was a space nearby next to a Volkswagen. I think it was a Passat or something like that. I know it was a Volkswagen, but anyway. So I decided to angle park and reverse into the space. So as I'm doing that, the driver of the Volkswagen opens her car door and leaves it wide open. Well, initially I'm thinking she opened the door so that she could get out. I'm thinking she parked. Her daughter has lessons, so she's going to park. No, 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 no. She actually opened the door, I guess, as a warning to me to not, I guess, get so close to her car, is not to damage her car. Now I'm thinking, um, lady, if I park here, I've also got to get out of my car. So if I park super close to your car, wouldn't that mean I can't get out either? Furthermore, I like my car. I think I have a nice car, so I don't want to damage your car in any way because more than likely that's going to damage my car, correct? And the look that she gave me was, I'm really working on this, not assuming things with people, but you can just feel, people's energy, the juju coming from people. The look that she gave me was really kind of like that. You better not park close to my car. And it really made me look like, wow, so defensive on this wonderful, glorious afternoon where we're just taking our kids to the their lessons, and gee, what was all that for? But because it was the cars, it made me think, when we're taught to drive, we are taught to drive defensively. That's one of the first rules you learn. You have to keep your eyes peeled for other drivers, other dangers that could be out there, because you don't know what could be going on with the people around you. So you have to be defensive. Well, we've actually been taught to live defensively as well. Um, I can recount many a times growing up where my dad would give me, the speech, keep your eyes peeled, pay attention to what's going on, watch people. Like everything was before I did anything, it was a lesson on being defensive. Dad, can I go to the store? Yeah, you can go to the store. Come in, let me tell you something. Put your keys in between your fingers. So if a mofo try to come behind you, just like, Dad, we're going to this party. Can I go to the party? Yeah, you put your cup down, don't pick it back up and drink it. And that's actually really good advice, though. That is. But still, watch, keep your eyes peeled, and I get it. I really get it. I get it. We want to be aware of our surroundings. We do. We want to be aware of what's going on around us. And you never know. Unfortunately, though, we've gotten to the point where we're so defensive about simple things. Like I said, I was simply parking. And in her mind, me parking my car was somehow about me causing damage to her car. And that's kind of how we operate with people. We get in relationships with people. Automatically, the thought is, you're not here to really enjoy my company and my precious time and my heart. You here to cause some damage. What you want? What's your angle, boy? What you trying to do? Like, we're defensively living, and it has its place in driving, But I don't know if it really serves us well in living. And again, I'm not talking about being naive, but I think defensively living creates this great divide, this disconnect between us. And we see it happening in our world today. Look at our election. Like, certain candidate is out there preaching a whole lot of defensive living. There's a lot of fear mongering going on because you got to watch out for all them others because them others ain't trying. And the reality is, most of us all want the same thing. Now, it may look different to some of us, but we all pretty much want to be happy. We want to be safe. We want, our family members to be safe, those we care about. And like I said, it may look different for you. Your happiness may look like having a whole lot of money in a big house, whatever. For somebody else, it might be checking everything they have, living on a bus or something. Like, it may look different, but we all pretty much want the same thing, most of us. And while I know the news and, conversations in general, if you're out and about, what have you, believing that the whole damn world has gone crazy and is out to get you, I'm not so sure that's true. And I'm not so sure holding on to that belief serves. I'm really not. Because when all is said and done, we're all one. We are all one. And I think when we start living defensively and side-eyeing everybody, not expecting anything good from others, we create this disconnect, this divide. And then we wonder, well, how can we get back? How can we get to peace? How can we get to love? Well, you can't get to that living defensively. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. And I look at the Fizzle. When the Fizzle comes home from school or camp and tells me that, she had a disagreement with a classmate or something, the first thing I ask her is, well, did you speak to your classmate? Did you tell them how it made you feel? And if she says no, I'm like, well, why don't you go to school tomorrow and tell your friend how it felt? And she'll argue with me. No, I'm not, because they didn't care. They just didn't care. And I ask her, okay, do you consider this person your friend? She'll say yes. I said, okay. Do you really think your friend would disregard your feelings on purpose and not care about you? And sometimes she says no. And then I say, okay. If the answer is no, then I say, then why don't you owe it to your friendship to go talk to your friend and tell them how you feel? Because I'm pretty sure your friend really wouldn't want to, hurt your feelings. And then sometimes the answer is, yeah, I think they did. So then I pose the question, well, why is that a person you want to call a friend? Why do you want that person in your life then? If that's what you think of them. It's obvious you don't think very highly of them. So why do you want to be friends with that person? Then it causes her to reconsider. Now, I give that example with the understanding that I just said her friends. And I get it. Some of you are probably like, okay, that works for friends or maybe family or whatever, but the joke on the street, I don't know. I ain't got no loyalty to. Why would I even try to talk to them and tell them how I feel? I get that. I'm not saying go out and grab the hand and start singing Kumbaya. However, like I said, like with the lady with me, I was just trying to park my car. Lady, you really think in me parking my car, I want to cause damage to your car? Really? Does that make sense to you? No. And so I get that we've all experienced haters. I get it. But understand that everybody's not out to get you. I don't think it's the majority of people out to get you. And the thing that we do that continues to perpetuate this image is that we walk around with these blinders on. We walk around like this. What happens when you wear the blinders is that you only tend to pay attention to that which perpetuates the idea that you already are holding on to. So if you are walking around thinking the world is out to get you, as my dad used to tell me, the world is out to get you, people will hurt you, that's all they'll do. Well, when you're walking around with blinders, all you're doing is paying attention to those instances that support that notion. Never mind if you've only encountered one person every 2 years who's been out to hurt you. That's all you've been paying attention to. And so with these blinders on, all the other people who are not out to get you, who are not out to hurt you, they're on the sides. You don't see them because you're blocking them. You block, psh, huh? You see that? No, I don't see that. But I tell you what I do see. I see that ninja they tried to do blah blah. See? And I think that's what we're doing. And it's just creating this divide, this gap. And if we don't stop, I'm afraid that we may get to a place where we may never recover. And life is too grand for that, man. We make the world go round, man. We gotta get back to love. And again, I'm not saying be, hippy dippy and weird about it and just, throw all good sense into the wind. No, but I think we can relax it a bit. My mentor, Namaste Moore, and her husband, they talk about being generous with your assumptions about people. And that includes the people we're in a relationship with and the ones that we're not. Ladies, you've seen it happen. You see a woman staring at you, and your first response is like, what's she looking at? Why is she looking at me like that? Never mind, she could be looking at you thinking, oh, that woman looks so put together. I love her hair. I love that, And then she's thinking, because you're looking at her like, she's thinking, she catty. I was thinking her hair was nice, but she thinks she cute, so I ain't gonna tell. It's assumptions. We need to start being more generous with our assumptions. We need to start being more loving with ourselves. Put the defenses down. Defensive living, it works driving. Defensive driving works. Defensive living, not so much. It's like, good idea, bad idea. And again, I'm not saying disregard safety. I'm not saying disregard your intuition when something tells you something's not right. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about overall. Let's stop walking into the space assuming the worst, assuming that when you step out your door, the world is out to get you. And I know it's a narrative that's been passed down. It's been passed down. I got it myself, and it's still sometimes a daily chore for me when I step outside my door not to think, okay, let me go out into this war zone. But if that's what you think it's going to be, that's what you're going to get, and you'll never get anything different otherwise. And again, life is too grand for that, man. So I encourage you to start just today. Start trying to be a little more generous, a little less defensive, just a little less defensive, just a little bit. Just relax it just a little and see how it works out for you. Move the blinders. I know change is gradual, so I'm not saying put the blinders down completely, but kind of widen it out a little bit so at least you can get a little bit in your peripheral. Try it and see how it goes. Yeah, I think you might like it. So hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I'm going to go try to get a little bit of rest because we got a long day. The Fizzle's in a play, The Little Mermaid. So we will be seeing that. Well, I will be seeing that. She will be performing, and I will be seeing that later. And so, yeah, it's going to be a good day. So wishing you the best. As always, love you. Again, nothing you can do about it. Till next time. Bye.